Hello and welcome back to the Lutheran Witness podcast, where we read for you the articles published on the Lutheran Witness website, witness.lcms.org. We want to make sure we give a special thank you to our podcast partners, kfuo.org, Christ for you, anytime, anywhere. Also, this is the last week for your chance to win the Lutheran Witness online gift reading package. To do this, you need to enter the Lutheran Witness Letter to the Editor contest. This is being held over on the Lutheran Witness website. Make a comment on one of the articles published this month on the Witness website, witness.lcms.org, and you're entered to win the Lutheran Witness Letter to the Editor contest. So make sure you do that this week. The contest closes on July 31st at midnight on Central Time, so make sure you head over to the website and enter into the contest. Our article today is by Dr. Gene Edward Veith, talking about co-parenting. Co-parenting, strangers having and raising kids together, by Dr. Gene Edward Veith. Lots of men and women today want to be parents, but they don't want to get married. They could just live together and have kids, but that would be too much like marriage. Yet, single parenting is hard for both the mother and her child. After all, a child needs both parents. A solution has been found. A man and a woman who are strangers to each other agree to have a child together. Without any kind of personal relationship, they conceive a baby either artificially or physically. They have joint custody, with the father having visitation rights and providing financial support. The man and the woman have no ties to each other, just to their child. They're seeking shared custody of a child without the baggage of the prior marriage and the usual animosity associated with divorce. This new lifestyle trend is called co-parenting. Cohabiting means couples live together without marriage. Co-parenting means couples have children together without living together. Melkorka Lacia has written an article on the phenomenon for the New York Post. Co-parenting has inspired a number of websites that help match interested parties. In one TV show, Labor of Love, men compete to be chosen as, quote-unquote, dad. The reporter interviews Ivan Fatovic, who runs the co-parenting website Modamily. He says 60 to 70% of the site's users are women, while 20% are gay men. Lacia also quotes an expert who sees co-parenting as an enduring trend. Quote, 5 years ago, people were really gung-ho about, I'll have babies for myself and I'll raise them myself. But I haven't seen that as much, if at all, lately, said Emma K. Viglucci, a Midtown marriage and family therapist. Quote, if anything, people are getting pregnant and choosing not to have babies because they don't want to raise them alone. Close quote. This movement away from single parenthood is positive, but not if it motivates a woman to seek abortion. Wanting to have children is a good thing. It is also good to recognize that children need to be raised by both a father and a mother. But children also need to be raised by a father and a mother who love each other. Children need to be part of a loving, committed family. Co-parenting and cohabiting are both evasions of and poor substitutes for God's design for men, women, and children. Marriage and parenting are both holy vocations. God joins together a man and a woman in a one-flesh union that is not to be put asunder, Matthew 19. This union is a reflection of Christ and his church, Ephesians chapter 5. That often leads, if God chooses, to the additional callings of father and mother, Psalm 127. And, by working closely together, they rear children who will be blessed, Proverbs 20, and who will be a blessing, Psalm 37. When things go wrong for couples, parents, or children, we turn to Christ, who loves us as his bride, the church, and calls us to be his children. 1 John chapter 3. Thank you for listening to this article by the Dr. Gene Edward Veith, Co-parenting, strangers having and raising kids together. This world is a crazy place, and people are doing crazy things. That's why we're glad you're coming here to hear and to learn how to have a Lutheran perspective as you look at this contemporary world. Please make sure you subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss any podcasts or issues from the Lutheran Witness website and the Lutheran Witness. Also, want to make sure that you subscribe to the Lutheran Witness in print. We have a great issue coming up in August, Necessary Conversations, Religion and Politics. I think you're really going to like this, so make sure you go over to cph.org/witness to subscribe and get your print edition of the Lutheran Witness. Thank you for listening. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to help you look at the world and see the world from a Lutheran perspective.